Greetings, and thank you for tuning in to Late to the Party News. I'm your host, Martin Mave, and every Tuesday, we're dedicated to keeping you informed with the latest updates from the world of professional wrestling. In today's segment, we turn our attention to a significant development involving Billy Corgan and the NWA. National Wrestling Alliance owner Billy Corgan is set to captivate wrestling enthusiasts once again with another blockbuster pay-per-view extravaganza. On October 28th, NWA Samhain will descend upon the vibrant city of Cleveland, promising an evening of intense grappling action. The event boasts a formidable lineup, with 8 gripping matches scheduled to unfold. The spotlight, however, remains fixed on the main event, where EC3 is primed to vigorously defend his coveted NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. Standing across the ring from him is a determined challenger, Tom Latimer, poised to leave no stone unturned in his quest for championship glory. This eagerly anticipated showdown marks the first major spectacle since NWA's landmark 75th anniversary pay-per-view, held in the illustrious city of St. Louis. At that momentous occasion, EC3 etched his name into the annals of NWA history by triumphing over Tyrus in a memorable bull rope match, securing the championship for the very first time in his storied career. In addition to the forthcoming showdown, Billy Corgan has made waves within the wrestling community with the recent revelation of the NWA Territories system. This groundbreaking initiative welcomes Exodus Pro Wrestling as the inaugural member, signaling a new era in professional wrestling under the National Wrestling Alliance banner. The wrestling world eagerly awaits the unfolding of NWA Samhain and the subsequent expansion of this innovative territorial system, promising an exciting future for fans and competitors alike. It has been a big month for the NWA with the lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins at the helm. "I feel good," Corgan told Fox News Digital. "It's really difficult to try to build up a company. When I tried to buy TNA a few years ago, people thought it was crazy, but one of the arguments I made to try to buy TNA was it's so hard to build an infrastructure up. If all we had to do was concentrate on wrestling, I'm not saying it would be easier, but it would be a lot easier than trying to build a company up as you're trying to also build a product that the public likes and enjoys. It looks forward to seeing. I feel very good on the wrestling side that we are now presenting. I think we're averaging 5 pay-per-views a year, and I think every pay-per-view is credible, newsworthy, and is absolutely loaded with talent. And if you compare, let's say, where we're at on the scale of wrestling importance, I think we're outpacing a lot of our localized competitors as far as what we're offering. We have a ways to go to get to the highest level, but that's the whole point of building the company." The highly anticipated roster for the forthcoming event boasts a plethora of pro wrestling luminaries, such as EC3, Latimer, Carnage, Mike Knox, Trevor Murdoch, and Aaron Stevens, all of whom are familiar to avid wrestling enthusiasts. Additionally, the card features venerable icons like Vampiro and the Headbangers, representing a nod to the sport's classic era. On the other end of the spectrum, emerging talents like Kenzie Page, Ruthie J, Silas Mason, Kerry Morton, and Colby Carino will be showcasing their prowess, promising an exciting blend of seasoned expertise and promising newcomers for fans to enjoy. In a recent statement, Billy Corgan, the visionary behind the National Wrestling Alliance, lauded the caliber of talent comprising the NWA's roster, emphasizing their remarkable credibility and skill within the squared circle. Corgan shed light on an intriguing facet of the professional wrestling landscape, suggesting that the NWA's talent pool might not always ascend to the pinnacles of the industry due to the challenge of acclimating to established systems, whether it be the rigorous WWE environment or other platforms. Corgan remarked, "What people may not fully grasp is that any wrestler who has emerged from the crucible of the WWE system not only possesses formidable in-ring prowess but has also imbibed the knowledge of performing at the zenith of sports entertainment. We are the fortunate recipients of this reservoir of expertise, and our performers bring this invaluable experience to the ring." Highlighting the seasoned veterans in the NWA ranks, such as Trevor Murdoch, Nick Aldis, EC3, Tom Latimer, and Chris Adonis, Corgan underscored their potential to serve as mentors to the emerging talents, imparting invaluable insights on what it takes to excel in the upper echelons of the professional wrestling industry. Billy Corgan emphasized the paramount significance of crafting a wrestling product that resonates with a televised audience. He underscored the essential role television plays in modern wrestling viewership, acknowledging that a vast majority of fans consume wrestling content through this medium. Corgan, who assumed ownership of the NWA in 2017 and played a pivotal role in its transformation into its current state, lauded the strategic approach of industry titan Vince McMahon. He credited McMahon's blueprint for creating a wrestling product that seamlessly translates to television, leveraging the talents emerging from McMahon's system to enhance the entertainment value of the NWA's offerings. In a visionary move, Billy Corgan, the driving force behind the National Wrestling Alliance, has set his sights on reviving the extensive territorial footprint that the NWA once boasted across the United States. This ambitious endeavor aims to recapture the glory days when the NWA reigned supreme, prior to the ascent of industry giants like WWE and World Championship Wrestling. Corgan, sharing his strategic mindset, revealed that he initiated a dialogue with the renowned wrestler EC3, seeking a collaborative effort to bolster the fledgling Exodus Pro promotion. Together, they pondered the prospect of transforming this venture into an official NWA territory. Months of careful deliberation and strategic planning culminated in a significant announcement made earlier this month. We were pleasantly taken aback by the enthusiastic reception, both locally and within the wrestling community at large, Corgan disclosed to Fox News Digital. The moment we unveiled our plans, an array of wrestling promotions expressed a keen interest in joining forces. We are currently in the process of evaluating these proposals, prioritizing those with whom we already share established relationships, at least in the short term. This initiative holds promise in revitalizing the NWA's historical legacy and expanding its reach within the world of professional wrestling. In a recent interview, Billy Corgan emphasized the pivotal significance of providing territorial opportunities for professional wrestlers facing constraints in their performance due to demanding travel schedules. Furthermore, Corgan articulated a strategic vision for the company, emphasizing the imperative to rejuvenate its roster with younger talent and foster the growth of the next generation of skilled superstars. Acknowledging the formidable challenge of identifying and cultivating individuals with the potential to become the next John Cena or Kenny Omega, Corgan displayed a keen understanding of the complexities inherent in such an undertaking. Identifying standout individuals from a crowd can be a formidable challenge, yet it's an essential aspect of the endeavor at hand, remarked Corgan. Drawing a parallel to the principles elucidated in Michael Lewis' seminal work, Moneyball, we find ourselves confronted with a similar scenario. Our pursuit necessitates the discovery of talent that remains either undervalued or not yet accorded the recognition it merits, ultimately integrating these individuals into the NWA system for the collective benefit of all stakeholders. A recent announcement, NWA proprietor Billy Corgan unveiled that the National Wrestling Alliance has successfully inked a significant television agreement with a prominent top 20 network. As reported by House of Wrestling, this coveted television partnership for NWA is set to materialize with none other than the CW network. While specific details regarding the intricacies of the deal are still under active negotiation, insiders anticipate an official announcement in the near future. This television agreement is poised to encompass the broadcast of two distinctive programs on the CW network. First in line is the renowned NWA Power Air, the flagship wrestling show, and the second, an immersive reality series offering an exclusive glimpse into the day-to-day, behind-the-scenes operations of the National Wrestling Alliance. For years, Billy Corgan, renowned for his musical prowess and love for the world of professional wrestling, has harbored the dream of bringing fans behind the scenes of running a wrestling company. Nearly a decade ago, this vision seemed poised for realization as Corgan assumed the helm of Resistance Pro Wrestling in Chicago. During this time, a promising deal materialized with AMP-E to document the inner workings of the wrestling world. Some content was indeed filmed in anticipation of the Resistance reality TV project, but Destiny had other plans. The fervor surrounding this venture was abruptly extinguished when AMP-E decided to scrap its entire unscripted content lineup. Consequently, the much-anticipated reality show never saw the light of day, leaving fans and enthusiasts yearning for an unprecedented glimpse into the world of wrestling management. Notably, while plans for the wrestling reality show were put on hold, it appears that NWA Power Air, another brainchild of Corgan's, is poised to make its debut on the CW before the reality series. Furthermore, Power Air recently underwent significant production upgrades in preparation for its upcoming season, which were undertaken in anticipation of its forthcoming move to the CW. As fans eagerly await the wrestling magnate's endeavors to materialize on the small screen, the wrestling world remains in a state of heightened anticipation. The broadcasting format and schedule for Power Air, the forthcoming NWA wrestling program, remains shrouded in uncertainty. Reports suggest that the show is unlikely to be delivered in a live format, with a strategy in place to pre-record multiple episodes in a manner akin to Impact Wrestling on AXS TV. Regarding the NWA's YouTube content, an insider within the wrestling community has conjectured that the resurrected NWA territories might be positioned as fresh content for the YouTube channel. The inaugural territory, Exodus Pro Wrestling, has been officially unveiled, and whispers abound about 2 more territories currently in development. In a contrasting sphere, WOW, Women of Wrestling, which is syndicated on the CW, has commenced its 2nd season with notable success. The series consistently garners an impressive viewership, typically ranging between 250,000 and 450,000 viewers per episode, surpassing the viewership of Impact. On AXS TV, this triumph in the recent WOW series has reportedly fostered optimism among NWA executives, bolstering their belief that their forthcoming show could attract a substantial audience on the CW. That does it for now. We want to thank you for listening to this program and invite you to the Value of Wrestling YouTube channel at Value of Wrestling, where we have recently restructured our podcast schedule with Big Time and Paulus Clark going live every Monday to talk about Monday Night Raw, live every Wednesday post Dynamite, every Friday to speak about SmackDown, and every Saturday to engage conversation about Rampage and Collision. Of course, there is still the weekly Roundup podcast on Sunday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to wrap up the week in professional wrestling news and stories, but remember to like, subscribe, and click that bell for notifications so you know when all these shows on top of other content like this. Late to the Party News, which will come every Tuesday henceforth, The Messiah's Wisdom with Marty Richards, are the next edition of 100% Mark. Just about daily there are shorts like This Day in Professional Wrestling or programs like Big Time Rants where he talks about breaking news or stories that he feels passionate about. Also on Spotify, you can catch Miguel Z with the Value of Wrestling NJPW Rebound podcast where he covers New Japan Pro Wrestling. Once again, thank you and have a blessed day.